Hi, 大家好。
Okay, I'm Peter from Japan. I'm president of ISU, Isho University International Student Union.
大家好，我们是国际学生会无国界联盟。那他是我们的president， 就是我们的主办人。然后我是我们的董事会的成员。
Get microphone closer. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna invite Timon and Alan from our organization to give us little small ice-breaking activity.
等一下 Timon 跟 Alan， 等一下 Timon 跟 Alan 会跟我们介绍破冰的游戏，然后我们先欢迎他们。
Okay, good morning everyone. Okay guys, have to speak out louder. Good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
I can't hear you guys. Good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, now I hear you. Okay, my name is Alan Musisia and I come from Africa, Malawi. I've been here in Isho for 3 years and I'll give the mic to my friend to introduce himself.
Okay, so my name is Timon McMaster. I'm from the Caribbean. I've been in Isho for 3 years as well. In the Caribbean, I'm from Leicester Antilles, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay? Right. Okay?
Okay.
So where am I from?
What?
Where he's from?
Malawi.
And where I'm from? See? Was it? Thank you. Right, so it's St. Vincent. We're going to do activity. So we like to have 2 persons from 2 different countries. So if you're from Thailand, please don't bring your friend from Thailand. If you're from Vietnam, don't bring your friend from Vietnam. If you're from which other country? Indonesia, you know. 1 person from 1 country.
Okay, so we need 1 person from each country to come here.
每个国家请派一个自己的代表上来。
Okay, so who is freshman? Raise your hand. Freshman, just raise your hand. Makes it easier for me to select. If you do this, I'm definitely going to select you. Okay, so I'm going to bring him. He's like,
Okay, you
so
come here.
You can come.
No, him.
Which one?
Him.
With the mask on, green mask.
Everyone is
Green mask.
green mask.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Okay, who else? Maliha. Okay, still raising her hand. Okay, you come here, behind Albert. Yeah, you. Okay, you come here.
You can come down. So we're going to do, a little language exchange.
Okay, so this is how we're going to play the game. Okay, so we have 4 students from different countries, and the idea is we're trying to make these students try to say a word in another person's language. So, for example, she's from Indonesia, right? And I'm from Malawi. So in my country, if you want to say, how are you? You say, Mulibwanji. And then we're going to ask her to say the same thing that I say, because she's not from my country, okay? So we want you to say, how do you say, I love Isho in Indonesian?
In Indonesia, we say I love Isho is aku cinta Isho.
One more time.
Aku cinta Isho.
Okay, so we're going to ask a Vietnamese student to say the same thing that she said, but then in Indonesian. Okay, did you understand what she said? Okay, one more time.
Aku cinta Isho.
Okay, one more time.
Aku cinta Isho.
Oh,
Pronunciation is key.
Isho.
Oh, I speak in Malay.
Oh, okay. Okay, one more time.
Aku cinta Isho.
Aku cinta Isho.
Okay, everyone, can you say what did you say?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. Okay, did you understand? Okay, now you try.
Aku cinta Aiso.
Is it correct? Okay, so what's your name again?
Trần Vũ Xuân Ai, Trần Bảo Thủ. Và mấy giờ em không có tiếng Anh. Và mấy giờ I don't have any English name.
Oh, okay. It's okay. So Timon, you give him a present.
A present.
Okay, so now we're going to ask a student from Thai. Okay, so let's see. How do you say, I am very hungry. I need to eat.
How do you say that in Thai?
Yeah. I am very hungry. I need to eat.
ฉันหิวมาก ฉันต้องกิน
Okay, again.
again ฉันหิวมาก ฉันต้องกิน กิน
Okay, so can you guys try? Can you try? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, one more time.
ฉันหิวมาก ฉันต้องกิน
Okay, so now it's your turn from Malaysia. Can you say what you just said?
Try. You know it's hard.
Okay, Timon, you give her a present. Okay, so Vietnam. Okay, how do you say I love Taiwan?
ตัวอิวหลายรอบตัวอิวหลายรอบ
Slower.
Yeah.
ตัวอิวหลายรอบตัวอิวหลายรอบตัวอิวหลายรอบ
Okay, so everyone, can you say? One more time? Okay, so whose turn is it?
Alright.
Okay, it's your turn. Can you try?
ตัวอิวหลายรอบ
Okay, so in my language, if you want to say I love Taiwan, you say Dimakonda Taiwan. So I want everyone here to say Dimakonda Taiwan. No, one more time. Dimakonda Taiwan. Dimakonda Taiwan. Okay.
I am very sorry. Right, so where are you from?
Uzbekistan.
So he's from Uzbekistan, right? So if you don't know where Uzbekistan is, where is Uzbekistan? Give it to my insight.
Uzbekistan is country, Middle East, Russia.
So he says Uzbekistan is a Middle East country. So if they're in the Middle East, are they Asia? Yes, right? So Middle East is Asia, right? So back to the topic. The language is my dialect, and I will repeat it. It's Wagwa. So slowly, go on. Right. So I'll start from hair to hair and see who have all the words correctly aligned and pronunciation. Okay? Starting from hair. Okay, so that's one down. So we know that Uzbekistan stopped halfway, gave up. She tried, right?
all try.
They all try, right? So who actually pronounced the N was the last girl. Wagwan.
Wow.
Right. So I will give everyone a prize and she will collect them up. Can you distribute? So to wrap this up, we didn't know their names, right? We remember? Okay, so Mary's gonna try to tell us everyone's name.
To be fair, he didn't say anything.
Right, so we're gonna start over with names. So he's from Uzbekistan, and we go down.
Azam.
Baby.
So we have Azam, Baby,
Baby.
Baby, and Adom, Boss, and Ivan. Okay, so give everyone a round of applause. Thank you. You can go back to your seat now.
Thank you guys.
Okay, let's go back to orientation. Again, we welcome you to ISU. Thank you for coming, and we are glad seeing you today. And I would like to introduce the Office of International and Cross-Strait Affairs. You may already know about their office. Their vision is enriching international vision, enhancing intercultural value.
我们的核心理念是增进国际化的视野，还有提升我们的跨文化价值。
Okay. Here is a picture of OICA member. OICA is located at the first floor of this building. When you get into this building, at the right side, you will see like an office, and OICA are there. So I'd like to introduce some of the office staff. First of all, the Dean of OICA, Dr. Tai Chiu, and I would like to invite him to brief us a speech.
So for safety reason, right? Hello, good morning.
Morning.
All right, so nice to see you. And in the past, we are having a lot of students here. All the places are packed. But now for this year, because of COVID-19, most of them are still in quarantine instead of hotel. So they are watching the live broadcasting from here right now. So I know it's a tough time for everybody. The COVID-19 has brought a lot of negative impacts to all the world, especially some of you are from the Southeast Asia. It also brought some impact to Taiwan as well. But very luckily, we are still able to operate normally. So you can see a lot of people, they are not, well, the classes are going to continue. I'm sorry, this one, I need to change one. All right, so I hope you can hear me right now. So as the IRSA says, the OICA, we are here to help all of you to have a wonderful and unforgettable memory about your study in Taiwan. In case some students, they are not able to understand English, so that's a problem in our school. That's a sweet trouble we have. Sometimes the communication is a huge problem in this school. So I'm going to repeat in Mandarin again. So 我再次欢迎各位到义守大学。我是吴代希那我也是国际事务处的处长。那我们存在的目的就是来协助各位，所以未来如果有任何的问题的话请到这一栋楼的1楼那我们的 OICA 就在那边我们随时来欢迎各位到那边跟我们一起活动，那跟我们一起参加很多的international school, international student activities. So again, I would like to welcome you to come to Taiwan, and I wish all of you to have a wonderful experience studying in Taiwan, to let us know if you need any help. Our office is located on the first floor. So again, I'm going to spend too much time because the time is belonging to the students. So I would like to say welcome you again and wish you a very successful study here in Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, so you wonder how come we have not so many students today, but later on for the following Wednesdays, we will have different batches of orientation for students from different countries as well. For the fall intake, I think for all international students, we will have more than 150 students, 150. 整个秋季班大概会有至少150个学生，所以接下来的每个礼拜三，我们都还会再办新生说明会。那今天的新生说明会呢？我们会同步录影哦，那所以就是其他目前还在隔离的学生就可以先收看我们的新生说明会的影片。The video recording today is also for those students that are still under quarantine, so they can watch the orientation video while they're still under quarantine. So let me introduce my staff from the office. As you can see here, we have different divisions. One for like cooperation, for student affairs, Chinese language center, and also we have new global mobility center. They promote like outbound and inbound programs. And also because our school's done so well with the internationalization, the Ministry of Education also contracted our school as the headquarters for all the new southbound project. So we also have members from that program as well. So OICA serves from the beginning when you apply to school, all the way helping you to settle down, pick up from the airport, all the other academic and student side supports, career placement, all the way through. And we have staff in charge of different areas. First of all, let me introduce Alexis. She will be in charge of taking care of students from Malaysia, Mongolia, and African countries. Also, all the student volunteer service education, which we will introduce later in the afternoon. That's one of the important compulsory factors you need to require to meet graduation requirements. She's in charge of all these activities. 所以主题的部分呢，就是负责照顾马来西亚、非洲还有蒙古的学生。那同时呢，每一个学士班的学生毕业之前都要做服务教育，他也是负责这一块，还有全部的学生活动都是由主席来负责。好，接下来我们来介绍一下 Mark 是负责日本跟泰国的学生。Mark is in charge of taking care of freshman students from Thailand and Japan. So if you have any questions other than inquiring ISR from Thailand, you can also come to our office to look for Mark. And Celia is in charge of Vietnamese students because she is from Vietnam herself too. So I'll let you speak in Vietnamese a little bit.
Xin chào các bạn sinh viên Việt Nam nha. Hôm nay như là chỉ có một số bạn có thể tham gia được cái chương trình ngày hôm nay thôi đúng không? Thì nếu như mà hôm nay các bạn đã hoàn thành xong cái chương trình ngày hôm nay rồi thì các bạn có thể hướng dẫn cho những cái bạn khởi biết để các bạn ấy có thể hoàn thành được cái thủ tục nhập học trong ngày hôm nay. Và ngoài ra thì nếu như mà có bất cứ một cái vấn đề gì liên quan đến cuộc sống này, sinh hoạt này, rồi là liên quan đến cái việc mà các bạn muốn xin học bổng, các bạn có thể đến phòng OICA để hỏi chị. Cảm ơn mọi người.
One more important thing she's in charge of is the scholarship. So everyone is concerned about this. You already get granted for scholarship for the first year, 2 semesters, right? Starting from the 3rd semester, you will need to apply every semester for the scholarship. And then if you can get minimum 60 hours for service learning, that will help you to get more amount for the scholarship. So we will cover more details for this part in the afternoon. Okay.
Thank you.
And then we have John. She's in charge of taking care of Indonesian students. 印尼的学生的话呢，就找竹怡 John。他是就负责照顾印尼的学生。那当然，印尼学生会在我们学校也是一个蛮强大、蛮合作的一个组织哦。所以除了透过印尼学生会之外，有关印尼学生的各种问题，也可以来找 John。OK， 谢谢。So for Indonesian students, other than John, you can also look for our Indonesian Student Association. It's also a very strong organization as well. And then we have staff member Annie and Mandy from Chinese Language Center. This is something that our school would like to emphasize as well. We provide free Chinese language trainings. And this afternoon, if you speak a little bit of the Chinese, but not a lot, you can take Chinese proficiency placement test to see whether you can take their courses instead of the Mandarin courses from your department, because those courses will be definitely more difficult. So in order for you to get better scores to get scholarship, maybe you would like to take their programs instead. So their parts will be covered in the PPT as well in the afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't see Sophie. Sophie, if you need health insurance, renewing ARC, all kinds of stuff regarding your documents. This is the lady you need to look for. 居留证、工作证、健保等等相关的问题，就是要来问 Sophie。那有任何问题也可以写信到我们 OIA 的信箱，或是直接到1楼来询问，我会很亲切的回复你。谢谢。Thank you. Alright, so now I will pass the microphone back to Peter, President of ISU. They will take care of the rest of welcoming service this morning. Thank you.
Okay, so let me tell you that we have a lot of students from overseas. As it's written, 10% of our students are from overseas. We have students from like Hong Kong, Malaysia, China, Macau, Eswatini, Vietnam, St. Lucia, Japan. Myself, I'm from Japan, and like a lot more actually. We have more than from 40 countries studying in Isho. So I can really tell you that having more diversity in your community can be very interesting and enjoyable, like meeting people from different background, people who speak different language, people who eat something different. Like, it can be hard sometimes. You will probably like fight each other or something, but then like the process of understanding and forgiving each other is like, I mean, I personally think that is like something important for you to learn in university. So try to meet more people while you're studying in here, and try to, you know, make more friends from different countries.
我们是一个很多元的一个学校，那除了我们本部的学生，还有我们医学院的学生，两边加起来超过40个国家。然后，那既然我们有这么多的不同来自不同地方的学生，那我们相信你们一定要趁着这个机会去赶快跟大家交流，然后善用学校的资源。
So we're going to help you to get to know other people. Our organization, ISU, which is Isho University International Students Union, like that's what we are called. And I will introduce briefly. Our vision is to represent international students by providing projects to help students to break the boundaries through developing global awareness, promoting their own culture, and supporting international students to involve in campus programs and activities.
那当然，我们除了在学校上的生活以外，还有在你日常生活，我们都会给予许多的协助。那不管是我们的组织主要也有非常多的活动，像 Cultural Festival， 还有许多不一样的不特定出现的活动会。在不特定的时间举办，那你们要密切的注意我们，然后要 follow 我们的social media， 然后去看他们有什么活动会举办，然后来参加，谢谢。
Okay, so I know it looks like a kind of vague vision. It basically means that we want to provide your like opportunity or place to get along with another students, and we want you to share your culture with another people right? And that is the kind of activity that we will hold. And of course, we will listen to you. Like, if you want us to hold any activities, we are here for you. So, like, do not hesitate to speak, to talk to us. We will try to organize, like, what student want. Okay, so let me introduce the executive board member of our organization. Can I have all EB members to show up on the stage? Okay, so let me introduce again. As you can see from there, I'm Peter, the president of ISU, and executive secretary, Mary from America.
Hi everyone, my name is Mary, and I am from the United States of America. If I speak too fast, I'm sorry, it's natural speaking. But yeah, as he said, I was executive secretary last semester, and now this semester I'll be the vice president of ISU. So like you guys, last year I was a new student and I got involved, and I know all your struggles. Of course, you guys have a bit more of a heavier struggle, of course, since of the whole coronavirus situation, but we are here to help you. So if you have any questions, any worries, you can come find me and anyone else on the team. I'm also an ITH student, so International Tourism Hospitality. So if you have any questions about ITH, you can ask me. Yeah, if you want to find me, I have a tattoo here. I'm a sushi, so this is kind of how you can identify me. So if you ever see someone with a sushi, it's me. I'm Mary from America, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mary. Thank you, and we have vice president. This person is actually already graduated last semester because it's the board from previous academic year. So we will introduce a new vice president for your term later. Yeah, it's her actually. Okay, and then vice president for marketing, Itsuki from Japan.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to eShow. Nice to meet you. My name is Itsuki. I'm currently running a position of marketing. I'm in charge of managing our product like T-shirt or hoodie, and also I'm managing social media such as YouTube channel, IG account, and Facebook. And I'm very excited to be your friend. So just don't hesitate to talk to me. I'm very glad to talk to you. Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Alan from Malawi, as introduced before. He is vice president for finance.
Okay, so my name is Alan and I'm the vice president of finance. I just want to welcome you guys to eShow University. Feel free to ask any questions. You can meet one of us and we'll be able to help you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one, Timon from St. Vincent and Grenadines, vice president for academic affairs.
Hi again, I'm Timon from St. Vincent and Grenadines. I'm head of academic affairs. So if you have problems with your academic performance in the school, you can come and ask me. Stuff like scholarship as well, you can also come and ask me. And if you're trying to enter groups like iBuddy and Hands Together and supervisor, so you can also come ask me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Alfred from Philippines, vice president for audit.
All right. Hello everyone. Good morning. Saan? Pagi. I don't know. I'm Alfred. I'm from the Philippines. I'm currently the Vice President of Audit, but I will also be the upcoming President for this semester. If you need anything, any questions, you could go ask, look for me. You could just see me here everywhere in IC building. Thank you.
Okay, next, Richard from Indonesia, Vice President for membership.
Hello, my name is Richard, and I'm for membership. So if you have anything about volunteer to ask, just ask me. That's all.
Okay, thank you. And one more position. We last year we added one position called Student Affairs. That is him, Richard from Vietnam, for Vice President for Student Affairs.
Good morning, guys. My name is Richard, and I'm the VP of Student Affairs, and I'm now in charge of every single activities here. And if you want to join any activity here, just come and contact me. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that's all for the executive board members of current year. As you can see, we have a lot of small activity coordinators or leaders. But I think we will just upload the file on Facebook or wherever you can find, because yeah, you guys look quite sleepy now. Okay, and I'm telling that our term will be soon finished in October. So I'm actually just president two months more. Sorry, bad English. Yeah, so I just wanted to know who will be the next EB members. Can I get the elected EB members? Just stand up here. Mary. So actually just me and Richard retiring the executive board member, and those members that you see here will be probably your executive board members while you're studying for at least for next 1 year, okay? Most of them you already got to know, but Azim from Uzbekistan and San from Thailand, they will be the new executive board members. So remember their face. They will be your leader, and they will do their best to support. They will sacrifice everything for you. Just kidding, but just be familiar with them. They will listen to you, and hopefully they will do their best to support your studying in here. Thank you. So next, I want to introduce ISR, which is International Student Representatives. Can I have ISRs?
Please stand up.
Just show your face. Stand up. Sam from Thailand. Do you recognize them already? Okay, so, and also we have Indonesian students. Albert. So if you're from Indonesia, I can't really tell. Even myself maybe looks like Indonesian, but if you're Indonesian, go find him, okay? And do we have Malaysian representative? Okay, let me introduce Vietnamese representative first. Richard.
Xin chào mọi người, mình là Richard. Nếu mà có gì cần giúp đỡ thì mọi người nhớ liên hệ với mình nha mọi người nha. Và hy vọng là mình sẽ có thời gian để trao đổi với nhau nhiều hơn. Thank you.
Okay, and Fabian from Malaysia.
Hello.
Do we have Malaysian students? Yeah? Raise your hand. Malaysian. Okay. Her. Just read something to her.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuan. I'm from Malaysia. I'm the representative for Malaysia. Okay, nice to meet you.
Okay. Oh, and also we have a student from Uzbekistan, right? I'm missing him. Here. Oh yeah. So Azim, just to introduce you, Azim, the guy you just saw earlier, he is the ISR of Uzbekistan. Yeah.
Hi. My name is Azim, and I'm sophomore student of Intelligent Systems and Automation Engineering. So yeah, if you have any questions, Chinese, yeah, I can speak a little bit Chinese. So yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So that's it for introducing the ISR, but we have ISR for every single country. We have ISR from Japan, from Philippines, from St. Vincent, everywhere. Okay. So let me tell you what's the function of ISRs. Shall I just go first in English and Scott? He will explain in Chinese later. Okay. So from the recruiting, ISR are helping us to promote ISU. So basically what we do is, for example, being active on social media. We have Facebook, we have a YouTube channel, we recently started posting a lot of stuff on social media because we want to reach the people back in our country. For example, me, I'm from Japan, so I want more students from Japan. And if you're Vietnamese, you want more students from Vietnam to come and join studying in ISU. So we support school to get more students. And about settling, some of you may use the pickup service, maybe. For example, before you arrive to Taiwan, ISR are trying to contact the freshmen and answer the inquiries or any questions that you guys have. And also after you arrive, we have pickup service, as I mentioned, campus tour, orientation, and a welcome trip. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, it's been hard for us to organize something like fun or event for you guys. We used to have a welcome trip, taking all the freshmen together to going around the Gaussian, but we are still planning because it's quite hard for us to organize event with big amount of students going out together. But we will do something for you, and we're planning already. So yeah, do not get disappointed, please. And supporting while you're studying here, ISR and we and OICA will support you in any ways, just like applying the ELC, any information that you need to know. ISR will be the bridge between us and OICA to deliver to you guys. So I recommend you to get familiar with your ISR because they will be the one who distribute information for you guys. And sometimes you shouldn't be missing it. So yeah, that's it. And also we organize the intercultural activities, but we will explain it later in detail. And we have alumni network. This one we started quite lately. We want alumni of Isho to have a space for them to keep their memories or share the experience, how's their life after graduating ISU. For example, if any of our alumni have job recruitment, maybe it could be the way for us to get a job, right? So hopefully we will work in good way.
首先，我们会有透过 ISR 来各种的媒体来招募我们的，下面有许多组织，不只是 ISR 这个代表而已。那所以，如果你对 ISR 下面的组织有兴趣的话，请透过 ISR 去关注我们，然后去询问他有关于招募怎么进去的事情。然后再来是关于 settling， 那我们相信你们都已经经过这个过程了，就是你们已经经过，你们已经过上台湾，然后已经要进来的时候，都会经过说，都会经过像今天这样的新生会议。那后面我们还有 ice breaking 什么一些活动。那 supporting 再是我们会协助除了 ISR 以外，那我们的 media 上面也会 OICA 或 ISR 还有 EB 都会在各种的媒体上面散播资讯给你们。然后除了是学业上的资讯，还有活动上的资讯，所以请也是 follow us，please follow us and 去密切的关注。然后 alumni network 校友的，我们学校在 LinkedIn 上面也有非常多的校友，然后他们都会标注我们义守大学的毕业的学历，那你可以去跟他们接触，或是在学校的时候就可以跟他们培养感情。那到毕业以后，你的学长、你的学姐都可以跟你有非常密切的联络。那这是我们的 network 的目的。
Okay, so actually that's it from me because as I told you, I will retire this organization soon, just two months. So since November, I won't be involving with this organization anymore, but I'm glad to see you all today. And if you have any question, if you want to know anything about us, you can ask me, you can ask like anyone around. We are happy to help you, and remember we are here to help you. So yes, and I will pass over to Alfred from Philippines because he will be the president for next term of executive board. So probably you will see him a lot while studying here.
Hello everyone, it's me again, Alfred from Philippines. Now I will talk about our extracurricular activities. One of the main goals of ISU is, or Isho University International Student Union is proposing some events for whole school year for international students. Currently, OICA regularly holds cultural activities and campaigns such as Cultural Week, celebration for Chinese Moon Festival, and our Mid-Autumn Festival. We also organize field trips, taking overseas students in experiencing various Taiwanese cultures, sampling indigenous cultures, and visiting local tribes and village. Okay. Okay, this is the culture festival, and as you can see, this is Dragon Boat Festival. I'm not sure, but I'm sitting here, if you could see. We also have ISU Sports Day. There's also International Student Performance. It will be held on October during the school's annual anniversary. And this year will be the school's 30th anniversary. Cultural Week, as I said earlier, and Chinese calligraphy class. This is our previous orientation. I can see there's a lot. This is the room that we're in right now. It's really full. It's packed. And this is the orientation 3 years ago, and this is what happened last year during our culture festival. This happened in Kenting 2 years ago when we had our freshmen get together. We spent the night in Kenting. Kenting, if you don't know where it is, it's a famous place here in Taiwan. It's where beach vacation is mainly focused on. Culture festival. Sports, we have sports, handicrafts, workshops, lectures, film festivals, cultural booths, parade of nations, and many more. This year we have more activities added, like different parade routines at the back during the school's anniversary. This is just an example of the food that we used to sell in culture booth. Now I would like to introduce you to movies, documentaries, and photography. We also have the Aboriginal local ones. We activity last June. They presented their own culture, like this one. It is very interesting. Culture through performances, like dancing, singing, and this is Vietnam. This is the local Taiwanese Aboriginal, and yes. Clothes. This is Japan. This is from, I don't know. Okay, sorry about that. And this is, okay, this is in Kiribati. If I'm not mistaken, these are medical students. If you don't know, Kiribati is a small island country in Pacific Ocean, and they have good connections with Taiwan. And a lot of them come to Taiwan to study in medical campus, and this is their native costume. We also have sports events, basketball, badminton, football, and sometimes baseball if you know how to play baseball. Now, iBuddy program. iBuddy program, at the back you can see some of them are here, the facilitators. I will just give a quick run through. They're designed to have overseas students to study abroad, familiarize themselves with living in Taiwan, and promote cultural understanding. matches overseas students and study abroad students with buddies living in Taiwan for occasional get-together. So they're the one responsible for connecting international students and local students activities and knowing more Taiwanese culture and food and sorry. Okay. Now the top program of Southeast Cultures and Foundation in Global Engagement. This usually we have different cultures handling every month we have different countries handling different small gatherings. Like this one in Indonesia, they share their food. They also cook. Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, and also this is Thai culture. It was fun. I'll talk about facilities. We have golf. Golf here, just at the back. You can see it's big. Gym, swimming pool, basketball, table tennis, and also another gym in International College. We also have a Ferris wheel at the back and a big mall and two big hotels. This building is an internationalized building. It's what we call International College Building. We have prayer rooms for Muslims, Christians, and different types of religions that you can see on the second floor. So if you need anything, if you have your own religion, you could use it anytime. Hands Together program for local high schools. For me, this is about connecting international college students to local high school students, Taiwanese students. I've joined this multiple times now, and it's nice to see high school students, Taiwanese high school, get to know international students. Culture Ambassador program. Currently, I'm the one handling this as well, but it would be Azim who would take over. Azim, Seba from Russia, he's not here, who will take over my position. Leadership training camp. We have this during our culture festival. This is what happened. This is the activities that we had. And this is Z, the one handling everything. She was the previous president last term. This is in medical campus. Okay. Some of you have the QR codes. Please scan it so you could go directly to the pages we have for all the dissemination of information, like International Student Union, our Instagram pages, YouTube. We regularly post YouTube videos in very interesting topics. Okay, please scan it like this. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
So it's Richard from membership again, and then this is my presentation about volunteer recruitment and freshman outings. And for this year, as you know, we are having another culture festival, and currently we're in need of volunteers. So do you guys have a service education, right?
We will say it later after the
Okay. And for these volunteers, you can gain a whole lot of hours and you could use it to apply for scholarships. That's the first new. And the second one is you may also use it for your service educations. It will be quicker. And currently we're recruiting, lucky you. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, that's the stuff. And then, what is Culture Festival and what are we doing for the volunteers? Basically, we're going to support as a parade team or summit, and we're going to separate it into many, many teams for you to gain volunteer hours and also to help us to make this event works. Okay? And then, for this event, Did you guys know about this? No? Okay, so I'm going to introduce this event now. This event is going to be held tonight. And it's for you. So we're going to, just for a relaxed outing, going somewhere in Kaohsiung. So if you're interested, you may contact me or San, the one who earlier came in for it. So it's just an outings, nothing formal. We're going somewhere to introduce you to some place where it's fun and there's food, fun outings. Okay. And then, last but not least, no. Before the last, this is an INA theme park tickets. Like they are currently selling. As you can see, there's a theme park in our university. So if you're interested or you want to buy it, it's a year pass. So if you're interested, you can buy it, and there's the date, and there's the time. You can take a picture if you want. So, if you want it.
Okay, sorry, I need to add some information about the theme park. Usually if you buy single entry, it's 500. With a student ID card, 600? 500, right? With a student ID card, every single entry is 500. But now there's this annual pass. You pay 600 and then unlimited entry to the theme park for 1 year. So only for freshmen with your admission letter only. Now you should seize the chance for today and tomorrow. But for some students, they are still under quarantine. Please contact your ISR as soon as possible so that they can reserve the ticket for you, the annual pass for you.
Okay, and then the last but not least, we also have a Chinsui event, and currently it's on planning. Like, we are planning it, and the registration is before 13th of September. So please contact us if you want to participate in it. And also, this is a batch event. So the more people who wants to participate in it, the more probably we're going to help this event. So feel free to contact us if you would like to know about the trip and many else.
Free meals.
Free meals also.
Yeah, no cost except for transportation going to the destination, right?
Yes, of course. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening, and that's all.
Good morning, everyone. It's me again, Richard. So as I said before, that I'm the VP of Student Affairs, and And I'm now in charge of the cultural festival, one of the biggest activity in our school. And I hope that all of you can come to join this cultural festival on October. And right now I'm gonna talk more about this cultural festival. So on October, we're gonna have 4 days of the cultural festival. On the first day, October 14, we have the amazing race, the barbecue party, and also the water game with the DJ show. And well, as the name of all of these activities, you can see that how big it is, and hope that all of you can come. But on the second day, we have
free, right? For barbecue.
Yeah, all of these activity, all of the party here is free. So it's the party, it's the activity, it's for all of the freshmen here. So I hope that all of you can come. Again, on the second day, we have the pageant show, and right now we are recruiting some candidates from all of the country in our school. And if you have any interest in this pageant show, to be the queen or to be the king of the show, then you can come to join it. On the third day, we have the summit, which is sharing the academic cultural things, and if you have any interest, then you can come to join too. And then we can talk more about the global section and also sharing our opinion, and maybe you can learn something from that. Also in the evening, we have the talent show, which is held by the local student.
Yeah, that show is called義守Got Talents. So no matter you are a singer, dancer, performer, magician, or talk show.
Any kind of talent.
Yeah, any kinds of talents you can sign up or just go enjoy the show.
Yes, and also that on the second day and the third day we have the cultural booth, which is we will share the diversity of the cuisine from all over the country, which is from Vietnam, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, or some from Philippines also, and another country and other countries. On the final day, we will have the cultural parade, and I hope that all of you can come to join the parade to show our spirit and to join us to see that how cultural we are right now, how diversity of the culture we have right now, right here. And about all of these events, we will post it on the social media, on the Facebook page and Instagram page, also the YouTube channel. And hope that you scan the QR code and then follow up, and you can join this kind of activity. And that's it. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, and I'm Mandy. We are Chinese Language Center, and let me introduce our Chinese course. And if you are not IC student, Hong Kong, Macau, Malaysia, and Chinese student, you don't need to take the Chinese course because your courses will be arranged by your college, okay? And the other students will provide 4 courses. We have beginning Chinese, basic Chinese, intermediate Chinese, and advanced. And our course time is every Wednesday afternoon, 1:30 to 3:20. And then
And we have Vietnamese students from hospitality management. 有吗？餐旅系的越南学生阮友德 ，OK， 你就是要适合上这个课程的学生。还有厨艺学系黎文成 ，OK， 也是一样。气管系填喜，刚才介绍课程也都是你们适用的。还有医放系陈国松，越南，对，一样也是。还有乌兹别克杜阿赞，你的中文课也是上刚才 Mandy 介绍的这种课程。还有一位是印尼的数美系蔡静贤，一样是上这样子的华语课程。
So we will have the Chinese test in the afternoon, okay? And after the test, you will know which level you can choose, okay? And IC student, your courses will be assigned by your college. And next one, if you want to improve your Chinese level, we also have the other courses, but it's paid Chinese courses. First one, you can choose seasonal course, tutor, or customized course. And if you have any questions, you can go to the IC building first floor to find us. Okay? Thank you.
Hi, hello. So we have 90 minutes to go through some important regulations that you need to know with your campus life here. And before I go into the PPT, because we have a lot of materials to cover, I think probably you can find the PPT that we already upload to the website. Whenever you have questions that probably you missed some of the information later, you can always go back to the PPT and find the answers. So starting from school's main web page. You all know how to get to this page, right? 就是如果待会我们要讲的简报 PPT 你可能有一些讯息没有听到的话，请直接上我们国际处的网站就可以找到资料。好，这从学校的首页进去，然后点 Administration， 中文的话就是行政单位，之后找到国际处。Look for Office of International and Cross-Strait Affairs. Okay, click on that. Okay, this is the landing page of our office. And then, because now you are not prospective student anymore, look for current students. Yeah, current students. And then to the left here, okay. Alright, there's a section here called Incoming International Students. Alright, so the schedule for today is here, and also all the PPTs that we were going to talk about will be here as well. We will post this link. We will post the link directly to our Facebook. Easier for you to access this page and look for the PPT. Okay. So let's go into the first PPT we talk about is smooth transition into life at ISU. Alright, first of all, ARC, I believe all of you have already applied for ARC already. There's only one important rule you need to know is that usually within 15 days after your arrival, you need to apply for ARC. But because of the COVID-19, the government has extended the period to 30 days. So for iBody and ISR, remember to confirm with your freshmen that they need to apply for ARC within 30 days. Otherwise, there will be a penalty. Okay? And then, once you receive your ARC, you are qualified to enroll in National Health Insurance Package. With that insurance program, every time you go visit the doctor, most of the fees will be covered by the government. You only pay for the clinic registration fee, which is around 100, 150, or some clinics with discount only $50. But with the first 6 months while you are here, because you're not enrolled in the National Health Insurance Program yet, you will be covered by a commercial health program. So if you see that from your itemized tuition payment slip, you will see a charge of $3,000. That's for the health insurance for the first semester. So everything regarding ARC application will have to be done online now. After this time with your ARC, usually the expiration date is 1 year. So after 1 year, you need to renew your ARC. Instructions, we have printed out the manual how to do that in our office. You can come and collect it, or you can consult ISR or iBody about how to renew your ARC. Very important. ARC act like your national ID card in your country. So in Taiwan, wherever you go, you need to present ARC. Also, in Taiwan now, because of COVID-19, you have to always wear a mask when taking public transportation. You need to have ARC and National Health Insurance card to purchase masks from the pharmacy. But remember I said the first semester you do not have a health insurance card, right? So with your ARC, you can still purchase a mask. Usually it will take about 1 month for freshmen to receive your first ARC. For that first 1 month, if you do not have enough masks from your country, you can come to our office to purchase masks. So all the other things that you need to update, you can always do it on the online system. So these are the information I believe you've already been notified what's required for ARC application. But for those who are still under quarantine, make sure that you have pictures ready, and of course passport and the resident visa. If you come into Taiwan with a visitor's visa, you're not qualified to apply for ARC yet. So consult our office with your special condition. Okay, these, I will not spend time to talk about it now. These are the procedures how to apply for ARC online. You can go and check the PPT later from our website. I think, in case you forget, right now, the differences between ARC application online and manually application before is that now you don't pay first, you apply first. When they approve, they will send notification for you to pay. Like probably some ISR, you used to apply ARC with different procedures. This is something you want to notice and advise your freshmen. Okay, after you graduate, you will qualify to stay in Taiwan, look for a job with your graduation diploma for 6 months. You can do ARC extension with that. Okay, about health insurance, which I already mentioned. So for the first 6 months, it's 3,000, and after that, with ARC, you will have National Health Program, which is 4,494. We will automatically include that onto your tuition payment slip. So before you have the National Health Program, because you're under commercial health program, right? So the government is not paying for your medical expenses. What you need to do when you go visit the doctor, you need to pay first by yourself. So for example, if I have a cold, I go visit doctor, I pay $500 in total, including registration fee and medical costs. Make sure that you apply for diagnosis report, certificate of diagnosis. So get this diagnosis certificate and a receipt from the clinic. Then come fill out the form from our office. We will apply for reimbursement for you. The coverage only pay for medical expenses. The example I gave you, for example, 100 for clinic registration, 500 for doctor's visit. I get $500 back. So the maximum coverage is 1,000 per doctor visit. Okay, is that clear? Okay, that's the example of the receipt and diagnosis report. Okay, and after you get your ARC, all the international students are qualified to also work part-time in Taiwan. But you need to get work permit, and there's a limitation on what's the maximum hours you can work per week. During the semester is 20 hours. 20 hours. And then summer and winter break, there's no time limitation. So make sure you follow the rules, otherwise there's a penalty. It's quite expensive, up to between 30,000 to 250,000. And usually for work permit application, it's done on semester basis as well. So you apply after you register every semester. For example, this semester, when you apply for work permit, the expiration day maximum will be till end of March. And then for next semester, the spring semester, after you register, the deadline will be end of September. So for example, some people would like to work during the summer, but they never apply for work permit during the semester, right? So now in June, suddenly they have this urge to find a part-time job and get work permit. The expiration date of that work permit is still end of September. It will not be 6 months. So this is something you want to notice. Okay, these are the procedures how to apply for work permit online. Again, you can find in PPT later, or we have print out the manual in our office. You can come and collect. With ARC and with work permit, with these online systems, the important thing is to remember the account name and password you created by yourself. You're gonna use the same set of ID and password for the rest 4 years. And no one else knows the ID and password. Impossible for us to tell you what's the password that you forgot. In that case, you just have to contact the government and then try to reset the settings. Okay, this is about working after graduation. There are some policies now with some requirements. they call it the points evaluation system. You need to reach 70 points in order to stay in Taiwan and work after graduation. The details, a lot of information, so I would suggest you and recommend you to read the PPT when you finally have attention to this matter. Okay, also there's a program called internship after graduation. You can apply to Ministry of Education here in Taiwan. You also need to apply through our office as well, so you can follow the information later when you have interest. And this is our school's Career Development Center, which is located on the first floor of teacher building. From their website, you can also find a lot of postings of part-time jobs and full-time jobs. If you read this job position only in Chinese, that means that company only recruit people who speak Chinese. If you see bilingual post, that means they can accept people who doesn't speak Chinese. Okay, that's from their website. You can find out how to look for on-campus work study opportunities. You can follow the information later. And also there are some work study opportunities from your department too, in the office, or check their bulletin boards, or maybe ask your faculty teachers. They might have some opportunities to introduce to you. Off campus, as I mentioned, from the Career Development Center, and also check the merchant in the mall, and then we have 2 hotels around. There might be some part-time works opportunities there. There are some other websites, online resources you can find about jobs and internships. From our office too, there is a page called Internship and Career. Some information will be posted here too. Usually there is a UCAN test for all the freshmen, but we will not have time to do it today. So I would suggest you to read the PPT and do the survey later. It will help you to identify which career path you should be going on based on your personality and your interest. So you can find, or maybe go visit Career Development Center to do the survey later. Okay. I believe you've been to post office already, right? Today, when you go pay your tuition, it's right by school. School gate is right here. After you enter, the fountain is over here. So to your left is the post office. That's the opening hours. There is a lunch break between 12:30 to 1. So you want to remember this so you don't go all the way down and then found out it's closed. And bank account, I believe with your ARC and student ID card, you can open a bank account in post office. This is something different from other countries in Taiwan, that actually our post office providing banking service as well. So your family can also wire money to your bank account in Taiwan. Okay, also some travel information in Kaohsiung. Later on, the VP membership, they will take you downtown to have a tour, or you can consult your iBody. You can consult your iBody to find out more information. Okay, one more thing very important about letter mailing, registering a car or motorcycle. Don't just write school address. When school's mailing office receive a mail for example, Amber, they have school address and then Amber Chen, we will not know where exactly is Amber Chen. So make sure you put either your department and class. For example, I am currently IBA, grade 1. Add that little part after your address, or put your dormitory room number, so that the package of mail could be delivered to you, will not be a lost mail somewhere else. And if you buy a scooter later when you have driving license, also make sure you include this part in your address on your license as well. And don't forget to cancel this registration before you going back home after graduation. Okay, this one, student ID card. You already received student ID card? Not yet. Okay, our school student ID card also serve as a metro card. It's called iPass. So if you take bus, metro, public transportation system in Kaohsiung, you can deposit some money into your student ID card and then use this card. You don't have to pay cash. Yeah, this explains that this is the metro system in Kaohsiung. Later on, we will have the iBuddy or ISR to take you, show you around Kaohsiung by taking the public transportation. Okay, these are just some information about railways and THSR in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. You can just read the information on the PPT by yourself. Oh, also, do we have medical campus students here?
Here.
You are? Do we? Okay. For the first year, freshmen, all the classes are on main campus, but after that, you'll be moving back to medical campus. And we have free shuttle buses running between medical and main campuses. I'm killing all the microphones. Okay, we have free shuttle buses running between two campuses. So you can find the schedule either online, checking out EDA bus. Check the route and schedule timetables from the website. This is the bus stop at medical campus. Those who go in there, you can pay attention to try to find out from here, or maybe later today you can go medical campus to join the department orientation. You will find out. Okay, about housing, I would like you to pay special attention for the housing. It causes a lot of problems every year for freshmen. So make sure you pay attention to this part. We have this iBuddy dormitory. We try to match Taiwanese students and international students so that they can enhance their language skills, like learning Vietnamese and also learning Taiwanese with living together. So to get the priority to stay in this iBuddy dormitory, you need to join our activities and accumulate certain points to get the priority to live in the iBuddy program, iBuddy dormitory. And there's a curfew in the dormitory, which is 11:30. You need to go back to the dorm. If you cannot make it, probably you go downtown, watch a movie, and you cannot catch the bus back. Make sure after you come back in, go find your floor manager, the floor resident assistant, to ask for leave. Otherwise, if you reach certain amount of missing the curfew, they will have to ask you to move out of the dormitory. And I believe for international students, it's not that convenient to live off campus unless you have a scooter. And also, they do the night roll call every month about 1 to 2 times. There's a tricky part here. Even though the curfew is 11:30, the night roll call usually takes place at 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock they start calling Peter, Mary, but probably you're still chatting with your friends in the other room, so you miss the night roll call. That will cause problem too. Again, if you find out there's a record about that, go find your floor assistant and explain what has happened so that they can erase that record. Dormitory management is quite strict here because Asian parents would like their kids to stay in a healthy accommodation environment. So make sure you follow school regulation. And of course, no gambling inside the dormitory. And do not go to dormitory of the opposite sex. even it's just a joke or a game. Do not do that. For international students, you might lose your scholarship by breaking rules like this. Also, it says no cooking inside your room. I know a lot of students do that, but it's written here, do not cook and do not drink alcohol, do not smoke inside your room. And also, there's a rubbish recycling policy in Taiwan here. It's not even dormitory. Even in our household where we live, you do not dump trash outside on the street. So there's a certain period of time you can bring out the trash from your room and put it at a designated location, and then they will collect the trash. So do not do littering and then dump the trash anywhere. Okay, this is just the English version of what I just said with the Chinese PPT. So you can read that later by yourself. Any one of you live in dorm 3? Only one person? Okay. If you forget your room, forget your key, you can borrow it from the front desk. Then you can borrow a spare key from the front desk, even though they might still give you a paper saying you need to do service hours, like 4 hours or 8 hours by borrowing the key. It's kind of like a punishment, but do not else not to borrow the key. Because in the past, there are students, they try to climb from the balcony from other people's room back to their own room. And they drop down from like 7th floor or 8th floor. So I think serving 4 hours or 8 hours is much better. Especially you can come join our activity and then we can use those as service hours. So try not to climb the balcony. Alright, this phone number, you already have a cell phone? Do you already have a cell phone? Can you save this phone number inside your phone book? This is a 24 hours emergency line. Anything happens, unfortunately, car accident or anything, call this number. Or if you find someone next to you, your roommate or your friends have this suicidal tendency, call this number. Save yourself and save your friends. 0911851115. Done. 0911885115. Okay, in Taiwan, very strict, no drinking and driving, even bicycles. Very strict. Do not take cabs. And always wear a helmet when you ride scooter. And make sure you have driving license before you buy a scooter. A lot of people taking chances not to get the driving license, and it causes problem. Okay, also on campus we have counseling and guidance services. The office is located on teaching building. If you do have this need for mental consultation, inquire our office or inquire ISR for further information. And also there's a health section. If you have like a light injury, you can go visit their office. They can try to help you to maintain the injury. Or there's a clinic at the school gate, right at the corner there. You can visit the doctor directly there too. Alright, here are some information about our student clubs. Most of them speaks Chinese only, unfortunately, but we do have an English student club. It's called International Performing Arts Society. It's
is under International Student Union. You can also approach us to ask for more information. We're getting there, the last PPT, very soon. All right, now we'll talk about what resources available for you to achieve your college life. It's different from studying in high school, so now you need to take more initiatives to find out what interests you. And if you do not go pursue what you like, no one actually will push you. And you end up getting nothing after 4 years. So it's important you know what resources available. We have a global mobility center just founded this year. So there are a lot of study abroad programs, dual degree programs. You can, of course, come and ask us. We have a lot of international students. They join the European Erasmus program, exchange out to Europe for 1 semester, getting subsidy every month and paying no tuition to the exchange school. So it's really a good opportunity. So you are welcome to asking us for more information. Skipping all the PPTs here because you can always consult us later on this program if you are interested in. Okay, now it comes to scholarship. Here I would spend a little bit time to explain to you in details. Every freshman, we mentioned this morning, you already get 1 year scholarship, right? And it will be divided into 2 parts and awarded to you by semester. So you can see the, reduction from your payment slip. But then starting the 3rd semester, which will be next semester you need to start accumulating service learning hours. So for this semester, it's fine for you just to relax a little bit and then get used to the study environment here. But starting in spring semester in February, because you need to apply for a scholarship for next fall semester. So your performance in the next following semester is very important. Other than your academic performance, which I think we here says that, okay, you see, academic performance, usually, it didn't specify here, but usually you need to reach the top 40% in your class. So it depends on the class size. If your class has 100 students, within top 40% means if you're ranking between top 1 to top 40, then you have a chance to win scholarship. Remember, I said only you have a chance. It doesn't guarantee you that you will receive scholarship. But if your class is only 10 people, what does 40% mean? That means only top 1 to top 4 have the chance to win the scholarship. Okay, so this is one part, the academic performance. And then there's service learning. Here, in this portion, 60 hours is minimum and also maximum. If you get 60 hours, then you can, for example, if I'm ranked top 4 in my class, I have 10 people in my class, I'm ranking top 4 in my class, and then I have achieved 60 hours. That means I can stay in the range, receiving the scholarship of people ranking top 4. If I do not have 60 hours, maybe my classmates who is ranking top 5, and that person achieved, say, 100 hours, then that person might receive more scholarship than me because her ranking will be moved up and then so I will be pushed down. You get this concept? So the service learning hours is 60 hours. You can do it at any offices, position opening posted on our website under the page service learning. If you go to our website, look for scholarship, and then there's service learning.
all the different offices and departments, they will post all the opening positions there. Only by serving in those offices will guarantee you these 60 hours. It's not like you go any of the offices and say, okay, I will just sit here answering the phone or cleaning the classroom. Then I get 60 hours. It doesn't work like that. The policy, the reason we set this policy is because we really want you to fulfill something else other than just studying. You know, a college student is not only about studying. You need to, in another way, in other words, you need to serve the community and also try to find an opportunity to utilize your talents. Some students probably you are good at doing website designing or writing some programs for website, and you can help your departments, for example, to maintain their website. That will be a good example we try to encourage. Okay, so here, we only talk about academic performance and service learning, right? Now what about overseas volunteer competition award and student activities? All these parts will count for 40% along with this 60% of service learning. So this part will count as 100 hours. Right? So other than the academic performance, the bonus to move your ranking up and down is up to these 100 hours here. If you are, say, VP of membership in ISU, you automatically get 10 hours, something like that. I'm not saying it's definitely 10 hours, something like that. Or maybe you are ISR, or you are the coordinator for cultural festival. That will guarantee you certain hours, other than the 60 hours as well. So for service learning, maximum is 60 hours. If you want to get extra 40 hours, there's something else that you need to do. So with these 100 hours, that can help you to move your scholarship amount much more. Okay, so this is something you really want to keep in mind about scholarship. And usually the application time is June and December. We will get a score from registration office, so you don't need to submit the application form, and you don't need to submit transcripts. All you need to do is to submit your service learning certificate. Or maybe if you are the coordinator for a certain event, there should be also a certificate. Those are the things you need to submit in order to move your ranking up. There is also another important thing. Okay, the absence rate here. The first 9 weeks of this semester, if you are missing classes up to 30%, your scholarship will be automatically canceled for this semester and next semester too. So this is also something very important, is that for scholarship, we do think attendance is very important. So of course the absence doesn't count for official leave or sick leave. So make sure, even if you are taking official leave, always have a good communication with your teacher in advance. Make sure that they understand you are serving school for some other activities instead of missing classes. If I'm the teacher and then I realize that you're missing this class is for another official purposes, I will grant you official leave, but you know, teachers are humans too. There are some impression scores. You know, if the teacher doesn't have good impression about the student, it's difficult to achieve high score. These are things that inevitable, it will happen. So make sure you always have good communication with your teacher whenever you have to leave for something else. Okay, so does anyone have any questions still regarding scholarship? Okay, other than our school's scholarship, we also help you to apply for Kaohsiung government scholarship. And this one, usually the application period time is in May, so we will make announcement either on our website or Facebook. You can just follow the information and submit required documents. Okay, that's leave of absence notice. Remember, we say that attendance is important regarding your scholarship, right? So how do you apply for leave? Anyone? From information system. Do you all know how to get to information system? By entering your email address, ID, and password, right? So to ask for leave is also to be done on information system as well. Okay, and this is about service education. All the bachelor degree students are required to do service education for 2 semesters before they graduate. This one doesn't have any credits, but it's compulsory for bachelor degree holders for 2 semesters. If you fail one of the semester, you can do it again the following year, the same semester. And for the service learning, this is service education. It's different from the service learning we talk about with scholarship. This one is different. Here you need to do 16 hours. And then also there is a lecture for 12 hours. And then also after you've done the 16-hour service and attending the speeches, you need to write a feedback for 100 words in information system. So located on this building, the first floor, there is foreign language center. They also provide some services that might be useful for you. For example, they have some second language elective courses, Japanese, French, German, Vietnamese, Thai, Indonesian. You can select courses up to your interest. And also some exams. They offer TOEIC exams or CSAT, GEBT, different courses, different tests that you can register with them. Before graduation, everyone here is required to meet the standard of English test proficiency. Usually, for example, TOEIC, you need to have at least 550. But I know for IC students, the standards will be higher. So when you get to your department, make sure to ask them what is the graduation requirements for English proficiency. For people coming from English native speaking countries, you can apply for exemption, and the time is between September 14 to 21. Go down to talk to Foreign Language Center if you qualify for this exemption. Okay, this is about study group. For example, a group of you would like to form a study group, and then the school, they actually sponsor you a little bit on the meeting fees. For example, maybe paying for the material copying or for your dinner boxes, like that. So you can consult the Teaching Development Center if you want to form your study group. Okay, it says here, at least 60 students, between 6 to 20, you can go apply to form your study group. Okay, all these informations you can just check out the PPT later. I will not talk them over now. All right, let's move to the next PPT. Any questions so far? No? Okay. All right, next one we talk about the second part of supporting academic success. everything related to academic affairs, registration, curriculum is located on administration building, on the first floor of administration building. And they will provide like general professional courses for general education, module courses, and English talk programs, internship courses, field trip, and community service courses. And roll call, as I mentioned earlier, roll call here is also important for every teacher. They will actually register whether you attend the class or not on the Moodle system. Moodle or information system? Information system, yes. Okay, this is how to log into information system. And it just tells you where to click to get to that system. Okay, I want to explain a little bit. From the information system, you can check whether your personal information is correct. That includes your home address as well. If you, for some reason, need to change that, you go to information system and then send an application, print out, sign, and send it back to the administration office to do that. And syllabus, course selection and withdrawal, tracking your attendance, and if the system will also remind you, you might be failing some of the courses as well. And if you want to check your teacher's office hours, get academic guidance and assistance, is everything here. Your academic records, scores, everything on the information system. Next week will be the course add and drop. Usually for the freshmen, all the required courses are already added into your system. If you need to drop some of the courses or you want to add some of the elective courses, you can do it next week on information system. For grade 1 freshman, sophomore, and junior, usually you need to take at least 15 credits, maximum 24 credits. And if you graduated from a Form 5 high school, I think it's probably Malaysia, most of the Malaysian students, some of the Malaysian students from Form 5 high school, you need to take extra 12 credits. So if you are a Form 5 student, you can also consult us later. Okay. For some reason, if you find that you're not satisfied with this course performance, you can withdraw this class so that it doesn't affect your average score for next scholarship application. The withdrawal period of time is November 30th till December 11th. But make sure that if you do it through the English version, after you apply for withdrawal, go back to check your course schedule and see whether it's actually withdrawn. Sometimes the system will have some problem and students thought they already canceled, but actually it still shows on your schedule. Okay, that's the precaution mechanism for people who might fail in the class here. And check whether you have an absence record. That's the teaching performance survey. Finish the survey, then you have this priority to select courses for next semester. In Taiwan, the score is maximum 100, and usually 60 is the minimum requirement. For master degree, it's 70 scores. And this is information about library and information service. I think probably from their website you can find what services you need. For example, we have this Google Suite. So every student in Isho, you can get a free Google account, unlimited loading space. So you can follow their instructions to apply for this Google account. And then also there's free Office softwares you can download while you are a student here. These are all information about how to access your account. You can just read the PPTs later. How to set the language and time zones. Some instructions here. How to change the password. I think you already changed the password, right? Okay, if you see from your mailbox, there are some mails that you're not sure who sent it to you. Usually just delete it. There are a lot of phishing mail in Taiwan. We send virus to your email account. And on campus, we have this Wi-Fi. It's a Wi-Fi campus, so you can use your emails, accounts, ID, and password to access our Wi-Fi service. There are some services provided by the library and IT office. This is Media Commons. If your teacher requires you to do some presentation, you can record it here as well. A Moodle system. Usually the teacher will upload the syllabus and homework assignments on Moodle system. So I believe they will instruct you how to do that. We will also post a video on how to use Moodle on our Facebook later today. So make sure you can follow and get to know how to use Moodle system. That's library. We have a library branch in this building, medical campus, and also in technology building. Spend some time to figure it out and wander around. It's quite. They just did a renovation of library. You can also go there to watch movies. They have a special area you can just sit there with a headphone and watch movies. They have really cool like study rooms. You can land. I think they have some photos about the study rooms. This is all about how to borrow the DVDs. That's the entrance of the library and study corners. Yeah, it's not very clear here, but they do have this like small study rooms. You can go register, sign up. So a few of you can use this room, and then they have this touch screen TV you can use. It's quite cool. That's how to make reservation for the study room. That's about it for our library orientation. Thank you for sitting for 60 minutes through. Do you still have any questions? Anything? I'm sure probably there's too much information for you for the first day at school, but anyway, later on you can always approach us for more information. And then I think that will call for today, end of today, and you can go ahead and take your own placement test, or maybe you want to hang out with ISR for other activities later. Thank you.